Good morning, television family. We gather once again on this Tuesday, the 28th day of June, 2022 for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I'm Dan Kuntz. It is 12 degrees warmer this morning than it was yesterday when we visited. It was 60 yesterday morning at this time. It is now 72 in downtown Wenatchee for a good reason. It got pretty warm yesterday. Our official high was 96, so you combine that with the quite hot temperatures that we had yesterday, and then we have some cloud cover, which is holding some of that heat in. Very mild. Now, we're in for a fairly warm day today, but the big story is going to be the wind. There's a rather robust cold front that's coming in. They were saying originally yesterday at this time that it was going to be windy today and tonight. Now they say it's going to be windy all the way through Wednesday night, and then we warm up on Thursday, warm up still on Friday. We'll be in the early lower 90s on Friday and Saturday, but for the holiday weekend starting on Sunday, things are going to cool down, cloud up, could even see a little bit of rain, and temperatures below normal for Independence Day proper. Coming up on Monday, details are coming up. We have an adult portion of news. There's a lot of things to talk about this morning in the news. We will have that for you as well. Sports, the Mariners they're back home in Seattle. Apparently they forgot to take their bats with them. They left those in Anaheim. Orioles just creamed them. George Kirby got rocked up pretty good. We'll have highlights, if you will, of the Mariners. And speaking of baseball, we will have baseball here tonight on the NCW Live channel. We got Kamloops coming to town. Is it Kamloops? I can't remember now. I think so. They'll be playing baseball at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium tonight at 6:35. That much I can tell you. And we will be there with our cameras to broadcast that live. We ask you to tune in and enjoy the national pastime. And speaking of the nation, of course, our 246th birthday is on Monday. The Let's Have a Blast committee has been working hard, getting ready for everything that's going to be going on at Walla Walla Plain Park, plus the fireworks show on Monday night shortly after 10 o'clock. And we're going to revisit with Kelly Kennedy to remind you how you can contribute so they can build that kitty up big enough so they won't have to ask people for money anymore. We'll have that interview with Kelly at the Pipus coming up at the back half of the program. Let's start our tour. At 2 minutes after the hour, see what we have here. We have the PTZ camera at Wenatchee Heights is zoomed out quite a bit. You'll see the cloud cover there. We understand even some passing showers up in the upper part of Okanagan County came in overnight. The Columbia River is still high and still cold. In fact, you cannot launch a boat at the boat launch at Riverfront Park right behind Pybus. It's underwater. The dock itself is floating because it's supposed to float, but the concrete ramp that you drive down is completely underwater. It is high. It is cold. It is the Wenatchee Valley. Camera number 2. Uriah wants to go visit the Waterville camera, pointed back down towards the Wenatchee Valley. Now, I have a view of Mission Ridge from my front porch, and it looked to me like all the snow was pretty much gone from Mission Ridge with the warm temperatures. I like to think that is the case. We have a beautiful, that's from the Waterville camera looking back down towards the Wenatchee Valley. Gorgeous view there, just stunning. And look how green the mountains are, even though we're just a couple days away from July. Camera number 3 is a visit to Lake Chelan, I want to say from, Lower Butte camera. Yeah, that is confirmed by Mr. Darby. You can see Wapato Point sticking out there in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. Looks like the Chelan area has a few more clouds than we have here in the Wenatchee Valley. Chelan right now, you're at 69 degrees, so you're a few degrees cooler than the valley here. And finally, camera number 4. Beautiful view. That's got to be Stein Hill, I want to say, pointed towards Leavenworth and Dryden. That is correct. So the very tip top of Stein. We flip that camera around. We see all of Kashmir. We flip it that direction. You can make out Dryden. You can almost make out Beshaston. Not quite. The mighty Wenatchee River, which is also running very fast and very cold indeed. I wonder what kind of year the rafting companies are having. This has got to be excellent rafting conditions, even though the water is super cold. Just curious, I don't know, but the flow of the water is pretty intense for this time of the year. It is going to be windy today. Did I mention that? Yeah, quite windy at times for all of north central Washington. We're talking a good, consistent 20-mile-an-hour wind, up to 25 at times. Localized gusts in some locations near 40, and those are the areas that are prone to windy conditions. And you know who I'm talking about, Waterville and people who live in the canyons where the wind can get channeled into pretty intense. So get ready for some windy conditions as this upper level ridge that brought us all those lovely temperatures, warm temperatures, is already moving on out of the region. That's why the clouds are here. This deep upper level low is pushing into the region. We're going to cool down, cloud up a little bit, and certainly have windy conditions today, tonight, Wednesday, and it looks like Wednesday night too. From the National Weather Service, it looks something like this. So we went from 96, which was a high yesterday, just to 84. We're going to be quite a bit cooler today. We will see some sunshine, and it is going to be windy. Again, for the Wenatchee Valley, gusts around 30 miles an hour, stronger still in other locations, especially out in the Columbia Basin. You're prone to it. It happens. 56 for the overnight low tonight. It's going to be windy tonight, by the way, and it's going to be windy on Wednesday. Look how much cooler we're going to go. From 96 yesterday to 76 in just 48 hours, as it's ushering in cold weather, cold air. So only about 76 for our high on Wednesday. Still breezy Wednesday. And on into Wednesday night, things calm down Thursday. We start warming up. Another ridge of high pressure is going to build up, but it's not particularly strong, and it's not going to hold on very long. Sunny and mild and very pleasant on Thursday with a high of 83, up to 91 on Friday, lower 90s on Saturday. Then the change will begin on Saturday night. The ridge will break down. We'll start seeing some clouds, a chance of rain on Sunday, cooler temperatures for Independence Day right now. They say about a 30% chance of rain, partly sunny, partly cloudy, and a high of about 78. So certainly pleasant. At least it was not, 115 degrees like it was last year at this time. So you can take what you can get. Again, the big story today, the wind. Quite breezy at times for the next 48 hours. It's 7 minutes after the hour. Grab your cup of coffee and come right back and join me. I'll have your headlines. There's a lot of news to talk about. You're watching a Tuesday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life Channel.
You are driven to succeed. This drive is part of who you are, part of your cultura, your valores. With achievement comes a sense of orgullo. It builds your community. You stand on the shoulders of those who have walked before you, the ones who pushed you to succeed. You have the choice to overcome the challenges that arise in your life. You decide your future. Sí se puede.
73 degrees with partly cloudy skies, mid-80s today, quite a bit of wind today, tonight. Wednesday we cool down even more. We'll only be in the mid-70s tomorrow. A little bit warmer Thursday, Friday, and into Saturday, and then we go back to unsettled weather on Sunday and on Independence Day. It's 8 minutes after the hour. Over a dozen bird scooters were either damaged or destroyed. They were parked behind the Wenatchee Convention Center. This incident began on the Senator George Seller Bridge early this morning. Very strange story. The Wenatchee Police posted on their Facebook page that at 1:18 this morning, officers responded to a vehicle that had stopped in the middle of the bridge. Now, while trying to stop the vehicle, the suspect drove off, but law enforcement, citing the new pursuit laws, did not pursue the vehicle. Now, according to the Post, officers were able to legally pursue the vehicle after it was seen speeding, running red lights, and driving the wrong way. About 20 minutes later, the suspect vehicle, the one you see there, was reported spinning donuts and running over scooters in the parking lot of the Wenatchee Convention Center. The suspect was eventually taken into custody after a brief foot chase. Damage to the bird scooters is estimated at around $19,000. We'll have more on this, obviously, tonight at 5 o'clock. Police are asking for your help. They're looking for a couple of suspects in two separate knife point robberies that happened in East Wenatchee businesses earlier this month. Surveillance photos released by the East Wenatchee Police Department show two men, take a look at them, wearing red ball caps. Police say they are suspects in a June 18th robbery at Walgreens and a June 23rd robbery at the grocery outlet in East Wenatchee. Police say in both cases, the suspects threatened store employees with a knife in order to steal merchandise. Anybody with information is asked to call the Rivercom non-emergency line at 509-663-9911. Firefighters throughout north central Washington had a busy weekend, all kinds of different fires. They had a vehicle fire, they had a home, motorhomes, brush fires. It was all going on. About 6 Sunday night, a brush fire off the Old Monitor Road threatened a home under construction. This is the second time in the last couple of weeks that a brush fire burned close to that construction site. Firefighters from Chelan County Fire Districts 6, 1, and 3 all responded. Once again, they were able to protect the home from any damage. At about 1 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, a truck hauling hay started on fire on Highway 97A just north of Chelan. That fire spread into the brush. It was extinguished by firefighters from Chelan, Manson, and Wenatchee. The Highway 97A was shut down for just less than an hour. Late Saturday morning, a mobile home fire on Kentucky Avenue in East Wenatchee reportedly displaced 9 residents. The Red Cross is assisting the 6 adults and the 3 children. The cause of that fire remains under investigation. And on Friday afternoon, a motorhome fire on Highway 97 south of Pateros spread to brush that firefighters were able to quickly contain. The motorhome fire sent a big plume of black smoke into the air. Needless to say, the motorhome was completely destroyed. The Wenatchee Valley's 2 largest fire departments are going to ask the voters' permission to merge in the August primary election. At the same time, Chelan County Fire District 1 and Douglas County Fire District 2 want their voters to approve a $1.50 property tax rate to fund the new agency. Chief Brian Brett, who manages both districts under an operational agreement, says volunteer firefighter ranks have declined by about 70%. The merger and the tax increase, he says, would shore up the region's firefighting abilities.
Because we're forming a new entity, we have to do it in 2 steps. The first step is the voters have to agree to form the Regional Fire Authority, which automatically gives us the 1%. Ideally, we would like to come back to the voters either this November or the following August and then ask for a lower rate, yet a percentage increase above 1%. What that does for us is it keeps the rate steady over that 7 to 10 year period. Therefore, when we come back in the future and ask the voters to support us again, it's not a big jump in rate and sticker shock to the taxpayer. And it also gives us that additional revenue to keep up with inflation. If it does not pass, both fire districts will remain separate entities. A consequence of it not passing is we've currently reduced the administrative structure and eliminated the cost of administrators. And Douglas County, too, will have to rehire administrators. That's one of the opportunity costs that will be lost if we don't combine. Because our volunteer numbers have declined so much, we have to make sure we can backfill our fire stations before we can deploy to our neighbors. And we have to manage those drawdown numbers. Separately, our drawdown numbers are lower. Together, they're higher. Therefore, we can send help immediately or faster if we're a combined pool of career and volunteer firefighters. That's how it benefits us.
Unemployment rates for the Wenatchee metropolitan statistical area have gone down again for, 14 consecutive months now. Unemployment rates have declined. The May 2022% of unemployed, 4.3. That's the lowest rate for the month of May in the Wenatchee MSA since they began to record these things electronically back in 1990. Year over year, the local civilian labor force has expanded in each of the past 12 months. Also in May of this year, total non-farm employment netted 1,900 more jobs than the 45,800 jobs that were tallied in May of last year. That's a 4.1% increase. Also, the local economy provided 1,100 more non-farm jobs in May of this year than in May of 2019. A youth suicide prevention program, it's called Hope Squad, is being implemented in a number of schools in our area, and with significant financial help from what's called the North Central Accountable Community of Health. The program is believed to be one of the largest of its kind in the nation. Already 34 of 48 eligible schools in Chelan, Douglas, Grant, and Okanagan counties are on track to adopt the program for the upcoming school year. A video produced by the NCACH highlights what Hope Squad has meant to Pateros, where it was launched in the last school year.
Hi, I'm Holly Weston. I'm the school psychologist and one of the leaders of the Hope Squad at Pateros. This program is new to us. We started it this year after the suicide of one of our students. We were told of this program that was actually, it was amazing for us because it gave us something to do with our grief. It brought a lot of the kids together, and it just was amazing for us to have something to do with our grief and to move forward with things to prevent suicide. We had done so many things prior to the pandemic and during the pandemic, and to have one of our students one year, we have the whole school out, K through 12, cheering him on to state for wrestling, and then a year later, he's gone.
My name is Sage Scott, and I'm actually co-president of the Hope Squad. This program can make such a difference in schools and within our community. And the message that's driving it is just such a positive and hopeful message that I just knew I just really wanted to get involved.
I'm Kendon Hook. I'm a 9th grader in Pateros High School. When I was 3, my brother committed suicide, and then 8 years later I was 11 and my sister committed suicide. And so I really had to live with the stigma of being like that family, just like. And so I just really felt like there shouldn't be that stigma. And I've always wanted to do something about that, but I never really known how. And so I really thought the Hope Squad was going to be that perfect opportunity.
We had to talk about some hard things. When we talked about when things to look for in peers, and some kids maybe felt like maybe they had missed things with their friend. And so we really have to be careful and think, this is not about, you did wrong. This is about, we didn't know, and now we do better.
Now you're in the loop on what's making news on this Tuesday morning. Grant and Eric and Cal and everybody else who does the news, and they do it well, will be bringing you the newscast tonight at 5, 6, and 10. And don't forget, we'll have Apple Sox Baseball live at 6:30 tonight. With a preview of tonight's news, the anchor, Grant Olson.
Good morning, Dan. Coming up tonight on the NCW Life Evening News, cooler and windy today, a little cool tomorrow too, before we warm right back up for the 4th of July weekend. I'll have all the details in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. And in sports, Eric Granstrom has the latest on the Apple Sox and Mariners. That and all the day's news stories coming your way tonight at 5, 6, and 10 on the NCW Life Evening News. We hope you join us then. Dan?
Thank you, Grant. I watch the news even though I know what it is. Grant's desk isn't too far from mine. If you have a news tip, let us know about it. Go to our Facebook page and use the Messenger app. Email us directly, news@ncwlife.com, or go to our homepage, ncwlife.com. You'll see the Contact Us icon. Pretty simple. After we take a break, highlights of the Mariners and the Orioles, and how did Haley Van Lith do over in Europe on the 3-on-3 championships? We'll let you know when we come back. Sports is 1 minute away. You're watching Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Find ageless beauty at Chelan Valley Skincare. Cindy offers the most up-to-date treatments for personalized skincare. If sagging skin or acne scars are some skin challenges for you, Chelan Valley Skincare offers non-invasive, non-surgical skincare. With up-to-date technology for shorter treatment plans, you'll benefit from Cindy's expertise to help you accomplish your skincare goals. Please stop by their website for details on all their services. Call Cindy today for your free consultation.
With all the variety on SureStream TV from Localtel, there's always something to watch. But what if you hit the couch in the middle of all the shows? That's a perfect time to use the features Catch Up or Restart. Catch up on shows from up to 3 days ago, or restart your show from the beginning. Go to your guide and select the show to restart. Then play, pause, rewind on your schedule. Don't forget, SureStream TV from LocalTel lets you decide when shows begin.
20 minutes after the hour in sports, when you hit 5 home runs, you're supposed to win, and Baltimore hit 5 home runs, and they won. 9-2 at T-Mobile Park last night. George Kirby's roughest outing as a rookie. He allowed 6 runs on 9 hits. 4 of those went over the fence.
Went in on 3-2. Rutschman drives it deep to right field, off the very top of the wall, but gone. It hit over the yellow line for a home run. A low line drive, and what a homecoming it is for Adley Rutschman. His first game in front of his grandparents, his first game in front of many of his friends and family members as a big leaguer. And Adley Rutschman has driven in a run, has an RBI in each of his first 2 at-bats. Mountcastle out to right field. Trammell at the wall, and this is gone as well. 8 foul balls in the at-bat. Another one, too. And that ball is drilled down the right field line from Santander. That is a fair ball, and this at-bat is over on a super smash from Santander against Kirby. The home run lead right back from Ryan Mountcastle as Hayes hits one to left. At the wall and gone! They've gone back-to-back twice in the same game. Austin Hayes with his 11th of the season. Hammered, right field, Cal Raleigh home run! Obliterated. The Mariners check in, they're on the board.
What a level swing he puts on this, times it up at 87 miles an hour. Look how high that is. That's right at the letters.
Pitching strategist with him. Mateo out to center. Rodriguez to the track, at the wall, and it's gone! A 5th home run of the night for the Orioles.
Who beat him in Baltimore, young 24-year-old right-hander.
Raleigh pumps one to center. Mullins is there. Mullins will call off McKenna and put it away. With Ryan running behind him, Cedric secures the final out of a 9-2 rout.
Manager Scott Service said they knew going in that the Orioles were going to be aggressive at the plate.
We knew coming into this series, Baltimore's very aggressive. They have a young team, guys that are really aggressive in the strike zone. They swing the bat probably as much as anybody in the league, percentage-wise. And, if you leave balls in the middle of the plate or whatever, they're putting good swings on them. So, obviously, that was the roughest outing for George. All the trouble really came with 2 outs in a number of those innings, and he just struggled to put guys away tonight. Offensively, didn't get a ton going early. Cal swung the bat some there, but their starter coming in threw the ball well, even though they took him out early in the ball game. We were just really out of this one from the get-go.
Mariners will try again tonight, 7:10 first pitch against the Orioles. You can watch the game on Root Sports Northwest. To the Les Schwab scoreboard, the Yankees. How about that scrappy young Yankee team? Just hanging in there. They had 2 2-run doubles in a 6-run 7th. They beat Oakland 9-5. Mitch Garver 2 for 4 with a 2-run home run. He led Texas to an 8-4 win at Kansas City. Taylor Ward's 2-run double in the 7th gave the Angels a 4-3 win over the White Sox. Houston had the night off. They begin a series in Queens today against the Mets. The Wenatchee Apple Sox begin a 6-game homestand tonight, the first of 3 against Kelowna. That's right, the Falcons are in town. We'll have the game tonight right here on the NCAA Live channel. Eric Grandstrom on the call. Of course, the Apple Sox coming off a successful road trip in Canada. They went 4-2 up north. Just a couple of games on the West Coast League scoreboard from our friends at Les Schwab. Will Mulfleur, I should say. 2 for 4 with a home run to lead Port Angeles over visiting Nanaimo 4-1. And Jack Van Remortel's 3-run double tied the game of the 8th. Elijah Hainline's home run of the 10th gave Bellingham a come-from-behind win over Bend 7-6. The Bells now lead the North Division. It's a 4-game lead now over the Kamloops, 6.5 over Nanaimo, Victoria, and Kelowna. Falcons come to Wenatchee with a 7-9 record. Apple Sox are 9-12, 7 games out of first place. Corvallis still leads the South Division by just a half a game over Bend. Portland and Ridgefield are 2.5 back heading into tonight. And there are a lot of games tonight. Wenatchee, Kelowna, of course, here on the NCAA Live channel. Corvallis is in Springfield. Ridgefield will host Portland. Yakima Valley travels to Walla Walla, a town so nice they named it twice. Ben entertains Bellingham. Cowlitz visits Victoria. Nanaimo is at Port Angeles. All the games start at 6:35. Haley Van Lith's Team USA was put out in the quarterfinals of FIBA's 3-on-3 World Cup in Belgium. Haley scored 5 points in the quarterfinal matchup with Canada. It wasn't enough. The U.S. is eliminated, even though they went undefeated in pool play.
That ball over to the Americans. Looking to cut into this lead. Van Lith cuts to the cup. She draws the foul on the way. Huddle a little bit. No worries about any of the strategy being shared. There's no coaching in 3x3. Van Lith, hand up, so what? Not that time. Van Lith gets it. The dangerous Van Lith flips the wrist, swish delicious. Van Lith with Bosch in front. She takes the screen. 2 toes behind the line. Get that out the bottom of the net. H2O as it's a 12-10 game. Jones now, drive, step back. She wants one for herself. That 2 is short. 13-10, and as Canada can put it away, Cox throws it away, but it ends up in Catherine Plouffe's hands. She lands the jumper, and it looks like the Americans' neighbors to the north aren't very neighborly. That will be, put them in the penalty, but they're gonna just give Van Lith a look, and that is it. How about Canada? They pull off an upset over the previously unbeaten Americans here in the quarterfinals.
By the way, Canada went on to take on France in the championship, but they lost 16-13. Serbia beat Lithuania in the men's gold medal, 21-16, and those were just some of the games that people are playing. On this Tuesday, the 28th day of June, let's celebrate National Paul Bunyan Day. Paul Bunyan and his great big blue ox babe, a folk hero in American and Canadian logging camps. Basically, the Paul Bunyans, all these loggers would get together after a hard week of work, and they'd sit around the campfire and drink whiskey and tell tall tales. And that's basically how Paul Bunyan came to be. Just lumberjacks telling lumberjack stories. Apparently, there's a lot of them. So it was an oral tradition by North American loggers in the late 1800s, mid to late 1800s. But Paul Bunyan became a national, well, international folk hero thanks to Bill Loghead, who in 1916 wrote a promotional pamphlet for the Red River Lumber Company telling the tales of Paul Bunyan and his exploits. And it kind of grew from there. I read the Paul Bunyan stories. There's even a Paul Bunyan cartoon for a while, I think, in the early 1960s. Paul Bunyan is now known as a guy who has a bunch of oversized statues all over the upper Midwest. You can't even drive through Minnesota without bumping into 10 or 12 Paul Bunyan statues. Every time I cut down a tree, I think of Paul Bunyan. Happy National Paul Bunyan Day. 28 minutes after the hour. Today in history, June 28th, 1914, that would make it 108 years ago today. Not a very good day for the Archduke of Austria. Franz Ferdinand and his wife were assassinated. They tried twice. They tried to blow up his carriage. That didn't work. And so a little bit later on, they just shot him. And I got the job done. And this started the ball rolling that would eventually lead to World War I, because Austria had treaties with Germany and Hungary and Serbia and the Ottoman Empire. And basically, hey, if we're going to war, you guys have got to go to war with us. So you wrote down, you signed the piece of paper. And of course, there were treaties on the other side between Great Britain and France and Russia. Same deal. Hey, if we get attacked, you got to go in there with us. And things got worse and worse and worse. And eventually, because this guy and his wife got shot, we had a world war. Happened on this day 108 years ago today. And 5 years to the day after the Archduke of Austria was shot to death, the war came to an end on June 28th, 1919. Now, of course, the armistice in November of the year before ended the actual fighting, but they had to negotiate the Treaty of Versailles. That took 6 months, but they finally got around to signing the Treaty of Versailles on this date 103 years ago today to officially end World War I. But of course, Germany, even though they lost, they really made Germany pay, and Germany got mad, and Germany rearmed, and Germany went fascist, and you know what happened. So basically, the war began, in all intents and purposes, on this date 108 years ago, and World War I ended, for all intents and purposes, on this date 103 years ago. There you go. June 28th, 1969, 53 years ago, the Stonewall Inn in Greenwich Village in New York, in Manhattan. The Stonewall Inn was owned by the Genovese crime family. The mafia bought it in 1966 and turned it into a gay bar. But it wasn't an open bar. It was a private club. So they had no liquor license. And so the police officers, and there were a lot of them, took money from the mob to not raid Stonewall Inn or any other inn. They called it, believe it or not, they called it Gayola. In any event, they either didn't get their payoffs in time, or the stories are somewhat convoluted. Either the cops didn't get their bribe money, or the mafia wanted to take more money. Whatever happened, they raided the Stonewall Inn in Greenwich Village on this date in 1969, and that marked the beginning of the gay rights movement. They finally said, we've had enough of this nonsense. We're fighting back. And they did. And that is why it is Pride Week and the Pride festivals and all that. It all began with the Stonewall riots, which was pretty ugly back in 1969. And finally, June 28, 1971, 51 years ago today, in the case of Clay v. United States, the United States Supreme Court unanimously reversed Muhammad Ali's conviction of draft evasion. His draft board said, you're not a conscientious objector. We don't care. We don't believe you. You either go to war or you go to prison. He appealed. It took a long, long time, but eventually it went all the way to the United States Supreme Court, and they said, your draft board was wrong. You are right. You are a conscientious objector. His conviction was overturned by the Supreme Court unanimously 51 years ago today. It's 32 minutes after the hour. Birthdays. The guy who got married 6 times. Henry VIII of England, probably best known for his 6 marriages at the time. Contemporary people said he was a great king. He was a very good king. History has said otherwise. By the way, he probably wrote Greensleeves. He was an accomplished musician. Henry VIII, he went a little towards the end. He was born in the state in 1491. The first person ever to win the EGOT. That's an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony. Somebody has to be first. Richard Rodgers was first. The great songwriter, American musical, all of them, almost every musical of any kind of significance. Richard Rodgers wrote the music to it, first with Lorenz Hart as the lyricist, and then later with Oscar Hammerstein II. Richard Rodgers, the legendary songwriter born in the state in 1902. Mel Brooks is 96 years old today. The producers, Young Frankenstein, Blazing Saddles, my personal favorite, High Anxiety, plus Silent Movie and Spaceballs. Mel Brooks, happy 96th to Mel. Pro Football Hall of Famer John Elway, 62 years old today. How you doing, John? He's in the Hall of Fame. And the guy who I checked this morning, he's worth $203 billion, making him the richest man in the world. Elon Musk is 51 years old today. I would not be a very good billionaire. I don't know what I'd do with all that. 34 minutes after the hour, going to take a break on an opinion from Mike Mad Dog Magnani, and then a friendly reminder, you can help out for the 4th of July Let's Have a Blast Committee. If everybody contributes money into the kitty, the 4th of July fireworks show is going to be continually funded, but we're not there yet. We'll get an update from Kelly Kennedy. When we come back, you're watching Wake Up in Anchi Valley on the NCW Live channel.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chase on the other side. You can just
Great, I want that one. I like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
Ooh. You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
When
When Mike leaves town, it's a little scary. You never know who might be outside. But we feel safer inside knowing our home is being monitored by a local company. I can check our alarm from just about anywhere. So when we get home, I know it's safe.
Protect your family and save money with a local company. Switch your current security monitoring to Guardian Services from LocalTel. Call Guardian Security from LocalTel now or visit localtel.net to learn more.
Attention RVers and campers! There's a huge RV liquidation event going on now at Click It RV of Moses Lake. Click It RV of Moses Lake must make room for new inventory arriving daily. There's a huge selection of top quality RVs that must be liquidated to make room for new arrivals.
You're going to want to be at this event.
Get to Click It RV Moses Lake's huge liquidation event.
Get to Click It RV now. Are you going to be mad, bro? You probably already are.
Get the best deals anywhere at Click It RV of Moses Lake.
We guarantee it.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellington here from Live It Up. In the investment world, ROI stands for Return on Investment. Well, how does better health, better wealth, and better relationships sound for ROI? Join us every week right here on NCW Life and learn how to invest in the most important asset, you.
We're going to answer your questions and provide some weekly inspiration so you can create a life that you love. Join us on Live It Up.
The new Hummer EV is everything you want in an all-electric vehicle. It's powerful, reliable, comfortable, and will take you anywhere you want to go, on-road or off. Why buy one of those lesser EVs when you can have one that uses them for traction? Order your Hummer pickup or SUV today from Sangster Motors, batteries included.
Wenatchee Apple Sox Baseball is on the NCW Life channel. Coverage is brought to you by AmeriCorps, Chelan Douglas Community Action Council, Apple Valley Honda, Bob's Burgers and Brew, Global Card Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, JDSA Law, Mini Blinds and more. That Pizza Place in Cashmere, Together for Youth, Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center, and Walkabout Grill. It's Apple Sox Baseball live on your local TV station, the NCW Life channel.
Sunny days are here and Collins Fashions is ready for all your events and celebrations this summer. Wedding wear, sundresses, linen wear, tees, tunics, shorts, crops, skirts, and capris. Your favorite brands like Joseph Ribkoff, Frank Lyman, Tribal, Tommy Bahama, Charlie B. Brighton handbags and jewelry, Joe Susan Latico totes and accessories. Gift candles from Capri Blue, Veluspa, and Spoke Candy. Comfy cute sandals from Soft, Bueno, Fly London, Jambu. Service extraordinaire at Collins Fashions in downtown Wenatchee.
Bob's Burgers and Brews in East Wenatchee. Come enjoy great food, great service, and a great time. Only the best for our guests. We look forward to serving you. Stop on by today.
Transform your windows with a variety of colors and styles like the Allure Transitional Window Covering by Lafayette Interior Fashions. Hi, this is Darren with Mini Blinds and More. We can install the latest and greatest in technology to open and close your blinds with only a touch of a button. From the largest windows in your home to room darkening shades for the bedroom. From stylish shades for your entertainment room to custom blinds for those hard-to-fit places. We have a solution for all of your window covering needs. We offer a variety of window coverings from Lafayette Interior Fashions. Call us today. We are Mini Blinds and More, your local blind store.
Beaver Valley Lodge in Leavenworth is located on 50 acres set in a quiet country atmosphere with historic farm feel and charm. It's sure to make your stay one to remember. Beaver Valley Lodge offers a variety of overnight accommodations for groups large and small that range from rooms for 2 to 4 people to entire vacation homes with all the space you'll need for a reunion, a retreat, or a wedding. Book your stay at Beaver Valley Lodge, where you'll come as a guest and leave as a friend.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog McNaughty, and everybody's entitled to my opinion. Now, at home, we rarely watch network TV, but once in a while, like we watch the national news, or in the morning when we're out of town staying at a motel or something, we might watch HGTV or find a station that's playing Law and Order, particularly SVU. Yeah. But being Netflix and Amazon Prime junkies, network TV drives us crazy. 6 minutes of a show and the same amount of time watching commercials? I mean, it's ridiculous. No wonder streaming services are taking over TV entertainment. I mean, How many stupid drug commercials or ads for toilet paper can someone stomach when you're trying to enjoy reruns of Leave It to Beaver or a new episode of This Is Us? Gosh. This is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and that's my opinion.
Spring is more than just a time to clean. It's your time to renew, recharge, and spend time with the people you love. At Merry Maids, our cleaning services go beyond the basic services and provide you with a comprehensive clean that will re-energize your home and enhance your life. From everyday routine cleaning or deep cleanings, Merry Maids professional team members can provide you with an unrivaled experience. Call Merry Maids to schedule your cleaning today.
Hey Wenatchee Valley, this is Ben Griffin. I'm here with my friend Eddie the Yeti. He wants to share some big news.
Arctic Refrigeration is now employee-owned and has a new name, Columbia Cooling and Refrigeration. I want you to remember this summer, when you're hot and sweaty, call the Eddie.
No, it's called the Yeti, Y-E-T-I, not called the Eddie.
Whatever. We are a factory-authorized Bryant dealer. Whatever it takes.
Give us a call at Columbia Cooling and Refrigeration at 509-662-5911.
Did you know that nearly 50% of pet poisoning cases involve human medications and prescription drugs? Sometimes the culprit's a curious dog, but cats get into their share of trouble as well. Other times, pet owners mistakenly give their pets their own medications that are safe to people but toxic to their pets. Dr. Shauna Baez and her staff care about your pets. Go to pawsandclawsvh.com for a complete list of medications to avoid or call 888-PAWS.
I'm John Divis from Wenatchee Dental Arts, and I like to think myself as a comprehensive dentist. We are an office that treats people comprehensively for their dental problems. We do a lot of general dentistry in a broad sense. We don't send everything out. Things that we have the ability to do in the office, we like to keep in the office and under one roof and keep things as complication-free as possible. You can come to one place and have all their dental needs taken care of.
Are you caught in a conflict with a family member, in the workplace, or with a neighbor or business? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on topics like conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us at 509-888-0957 or www.wvdrc.org to learn more.
The best pizza in the known universe is right here in downtown Chelan, so come on up. For the best locally crafted beer and barbecue in Chelan, come on up.
For the best down-home scratch country cooking in North Central Washington, you'll find it in Manson. Come on up.
Come on up. Come on up.
Come on up.
Things have changed in the motorsports industry. Short supply and high demand have emptied showrooms. But what hasn't changed are the experts at Doghouse Motorsports. They are here to help you reserve the machine of your choice. Stop by and check out the latest 2022 Husqvarna motorcycles, UBCO, and Intense electric vehicles, and other new additions to the Doghouse Motorsports family of high-quality products.
Over the last year and a half, the industry's absolutely changed, but the Doghouse is still your best option for all your power sports needs.
Welcome to Chelan Ridge Winery. I'm so glad you guys came today. At Chelan Ridge, we believe that a memorable experience is part of the journey, and that excellence in service and product make that journey a reality. As a family, we are dedicated to welcoming our customers, crafting award-winning wines and excellent food, and creating an experience you will want to return to again. Family is more than just a popular word here. It is a concept of warmth and acceptance that we wish to extend to all who visit our home.
Come on, I'm a certified technician. I was trained to take good care of you.
9. I've only been to the dealer.
I've been coming here for years. These guys are great.
Look around. The BMW, the Jag, the Volvo, they're all waiting for regular service. Well, the BMW has a little computer issue, but that's nothing we can't handle. Come on in.
From regular maintenance to computer troubleshooting, trust the Global Car Care technicians with your import, diesel-powered, or domestic vehicle. Global Car Care. They speak your car's language.
Dankeschön.
It's the 43rd annual Manson 4th of July Lake Chelan Fireworks Show over Manson Bay with fun all day long. Visit Manson wineries, breweries, cideries, and restaurants. Catch the aerial show by Skydive Chelan over Wapato Point beginning at 1. Dance by the lake with the Lake Boys from 7 till the fireworks blast off at 10:15. Bring the family to one of the largest displays in the state of Washington. Sponsored by Wapato Point Resort. Presented by Mountain View Lodge. Celebrating 30 years in Manson. And brought to you by the Manson Chamber of Commerce.
At D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee, they believe your investment success begins with a personalized plan. A plan that is the roadmap you need to navigate your way to living your best years in retirement. D.A. Davidson can help you create a plan so you can take the time to enjoy the finer things in life. Let the financial advisors at D.A. Davidson help chart your retirement future today.
Welcome back to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We're here at the Pybus Public Market getting ready for the Let's Have a Blast celebration. Back again this year at Walla Walla Plain Park on Monday, July 4th, which happens to be Independence Day. It's funny how those two things work out. Kelly Kennedy from Impact Events has been producing this show for... How long have you been producing this show?
This is number 8.
Congratulations.
Hey, thanks.
If you make it to 10, we'll issue a coin.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Kelly's been putting in a lot of work with a lot of help from friends and the big sponsor. Malachi Salcedo and his corporations are the title sponsor for the big party. Let's get caught up. How are we doing fundraising and everything that's going to be happening on Monday, the 4th of July? Where are we as we talk here at Pybus?
Yeah, so fundraising, we're doing great. We're almost there. The event itself in its entirety takes about $80,000. The fireworks themselves are $25,000 this year, but going to go up, they said. And so we have a lot of great sponsors, but we have room for a few more. We go to print with our banners next week, and our last press release is next week. So if anyone wants to sponsor, you should do it now.
And by the way, I'll be talking to Malachi Salcedo with the Salcedo Connection, Salcedo Enterprises, the title sponsor, in the next few weeks as we get closer and closer to the big event. We will be there, broadcasting it live on Monday, July 4th. We're looking forward to that. Sunday, July 3rd, you're going to have a little thing for our four-legged friends.
Yes, we are. Since it's a weekend, we are adding a Fido event. So it's called Dog Day of Summer. We are going to have a dog jog in the morning on the Loop Trail. It's a 1K or a 5K, and we're going to have a dog fashion show and a dog watermelon eating contest. So it'll be really fun. Bring your dogs down. We do have registration. So if you go to WenatcheeValley4.com, you can register and get all the details to that event as well.
And people going, well, why are you doing a doggy thing on Monday, on Sunday, the 3rd of July? Why aren't you doing it on 4th of July proper? There's a reason for that.
Yes, no dogs, no pets at the park on the 4th. And, you know, my dog is an angel, but you put him in those situations, he's not. So we've had children get bit before. So no dogs on the 4th, you will be asked to leave.
And we all know that fireworks and dogs don't mix anyway to begin with. And when you put the dogs that close to the fireworks, it's even worse. We've seen it before.
Well, even during the day, people think they'll hang out with their dog during the day and then take them home before the fireworks. But there's just so many people there, and the weather can be very hot. It's just not a great place for your dogs to be that day. Bring them down Sunday, play, and then we'll be good. Oh, another thing on Sunday, the new Residence Inn is doing a Yappy Hour. They're starting this new Yappy Hour on their patio, and so that is going to be 4 to 6. So that's really fun.
By the way, when we talk about July 4th, most people associate it with the big fireworks display, which takes place about 10 minutes after 10 o'clock on Monday the 4th. But it's an all-day party.
Yes.
It's an all-day party.
It is. We have, we start about noon. We have live entertainment, food vendors. We have a lot more this year because people have had a break and they're excited to be out. We have Elbow the Clown performs, and his wife, lovely bride, does face painting. We have No Promises. They're local. We have James Marlin Band. They're from out of town. And then our own Wenatchee Big Band is going to do the patriotic time with fireworks.
And Kayla Taylor is going to sing the national anthem.
Yes, a cappella.
Yeah, and she's never done it before, so she's very nervous. I'm kidding. She must. I think she's sung it at every big event I've ever been to.
Oh, really? Good.
Yeah,
Well, this will be her biggest event, I hope.
Yeah. I hope so as well. By the way, everything we're talking about, and you briefly mentioned the website. You're all over social media, so information is available online by pointing and clicking to where.
Right. So our website is Wenatchee Valley 4th, spelled out.com, and our Instagram and our Facebook are Wenatchee Valley 4th, the number. Yes, we hired a social media team this year because I suck at it, and Hightower Digital Media. And then for all of our other media that's not social is Darling Productions.
What's behind us here? Talk about this flag,
This
red, white, and
big
you.
flag.
Yeah, talk about that.
Yeah, so this is an idea of Darling Productions, and we're trying to educate our community that we pay for our fireworks. It hasn't been that way in the past, and so whomever the event planner is, they have to go out and beg for money from businesses, and that's hard to do. So if we all give a little, then we can pay for our fireworks every year. And so we have different size stickers, so different amounts of money. You put your name on it, and then we add it up here. I am here at the flag every Monday at 10 a.m. So if you want to personally put your sticker on, you can. Or you can go online at Wenatchee Valley 4th and hit the donate button. And then in the notes, write flag, dot, and the name that you want on your sticker, and we'll take care of it for you. But we would love to fill it.
Yeah, the idea is, and we've talked about this before, the community foundation has taken the money and they're going to invest it.
Yeah.
And hopefully if we build up enough in the kitty, we're never going to have to walk around and ask for donations again.
Right.
The funding will be permanent and constantly renewing itself.
Right.
We've come close but we're not there yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Very close.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it should be pointed out, as she mentioned before, $25,000 of the budget goes just to the fireworks.
Yes.
And in order to get those pyrotechnic experts, you got to book them a year in advance for them to even come and do it.
Yes, we are. This is going to be our second year of a contract. They have one more year with Pyrotechnics from Oregon. Yeah, that's where we buy our fireworks. And Kylie Boggs, who's local, first female pyrotech in Washington. She's the one that manages it all, and she goes and picks them up, and then she sets them up and gets them on her computer, and she's the one that launches them.
You mentioned you're going to be here every Monday at 10 a.m. for this portion of it. But what if you're by the Pybus and you just want to, hey, I'll help out. Here's $20. Here's $25, but you're not here. How does that work?
Bob at the Pybus info booth. He's there now.
Okay.
But whoever's at the information booth, they know all about it, and they are collecting money as well, and they will write your name down for us to put a sticker up here. So it's really easy. Exactly. Super easy.
And you can also donate by going to the website.
Yep.
It clicks on right there. You put in your credit card.
Yep.
Done deal.
Donate.
Want to make sure I didn't forget anything. Thanks again to the Salcedo Connection, doing a great job. Am I forgetting anything? I hate to leave and then say, oh, I should ask Kelly this.
Well, there are other events going on around town, and we're collecting that information and putting it on our schedule. So, I think Pybus has a live concert Friday night the 1st. There is a red, white, and blue karaoke night at the Cigar Bar, I think, Saturday night. So we want to put all the events that are going on. It'll be a fun weekend for people to get out and have fun.
And it won't be 800 million degrees.
Yes.
We were all set to go last year. Mother Nature had other plans. It was brutally hot. It was simply unsafe, really.
Right, it was unsafe. It was
Yeah.
the emergency groups that really said, please don't do it. We don't have the staff to take care of anyone if they go down. And then we ended up having that fire in East Wenatchee, and they were all over there. So it would have been horrible.
Yeah, it would have been. Yep. So again, get down here to the Pybus, get your name down there. If Kelly's not here, they'll take your money. Don't worry about that. And I see some names there I already recognize already on there, so that's good.
Hey, your brother's on there.
Is he? Any little bit helps. Any little bit helps. We're going to be talking to Malachi the next week or so, and thanks to Malachi. When you lost all of that, all the big activity last year, we didn't have all the stuff going on. The sponsors could have said, well, nurse to this. I don't want to do this anymore, but
They did not.
They didn't. They hung around with you.
All of them hung out, and it was awesome. Springwater Insurance, Malachi with both Salcedo Connection and Enterprises, Cashmere Valley Bank, McDonald's. I mean, it was so great. We really, they have been why our event happens, and I'm so grateful for them every year. But what if there's a year that businesses simply can't do it? We should be able to help, since we're the ones that are having fun at the event.
Again, don't go out of town. Stay in town and enjoy the festivities. I like the fact that Independence Day, which, by the way, this year is also the 4th of July. It's funny how that works out, is on a Monday. That's great. Yeah. Everybody gets a 3-day weekend.
Yeah.
It's not like a Wednesday or something like that. It's perfect.
Yes.
It's perfect.
It's going to be the best one.
Yep, I agree. Kelly Kennedy from Impact Events, always a pleasure to see you. And, well, you're not going to be a stranger. You'll be around the show for the next few weeks, right?
I hope so.
Yeah, so do I. All right, you're watching Wake Up in Anchi Valley. We'll be right back.
Cashmere once again celebrates their Founders Day with 2 days full of fun events. The Chalk Art Contest kicks off Friday night, and the Crunch Pack Parade will conclude the event Saturday starting at 5 p.m. The famous ping pong ball drop is back, along with the car show, food vendors, and live music. Bring the whole family for wholesome fun in the great town of Cashmere this Friday and Saturday.
Get coverage you can trust from Bruce Cheadle, your State Farm agent.
Are you ready to freshen up your home? Boswell's expansive 2-story showroom is filled with high-quality furniture that's always discounted to give you their best price every day. Boswell's is receiving new furniture deliveries each week, so you'll be sure to find just what you need for your home without the wait. Complimentary design assistance and free local delivery. Superior customer service and the best value for your money. Start at Boswell's on Easy Street. It's closer than you think.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Yes, it's me. It's my husband. I think is there something the matter with him?
It was a feeling that I'll never forget, like being able to meet them and know that he survived.
Okay, tell me what's happening. Is he conscious? No, he's not. He's not. Okay, take a deep breath for me. I'm getting you help.
Rivercom means to me that I still have my husband here with me. They're the ones that guided me through saving his life.
It's the Community Calendar, brought to you by Clean Connection. Blossom Creek in Blossom Valley presents the second annual Bike Around the Building fundraiser on Saturday, June 25th from noon to 3 p.m. Everyone is invited to bike, walk, run, scoot, or skate around the campus of Blossom Valley and Blossom Creek. Plus, there will be music and games for the kids and great prizes to be raffled off. It's all part of The Longest Day, the annual Alzheimer's Association fundraiser to raise awareness for the fight against Alzheimer's. For more information and to RSVP, call Rhonda at 509-608-3667.
We are back, 75 degrees here in the Wenatchee Valley, much warmer than it was 24 hours ago at this time, but we're not going to get nearly as warm as we were yesterday. In fact, we're in for a significant cool down, especially tomorrow. The big story today, the wind going to be quite, it's going to kind of be anywhere between breezy and windy. It depends on what you want to go with. It's going to be quite windy at times today. Sustained winds in the Wenatchee Valley around 20 miles an hour. We could see gusts at 30 or so in Wenatchee proper. Other locations that are more prone to getting wind is going to get more wind than us. Right now in Ellensburg, for example, it's already blowing out of the west-northwest at 20 miles an hour here in the Wenatchee Valley. Winds out of the northwest at 14 miles an hour. It's going to be windy today, especially this afternoon and tonight, and unfortunately all day Wednesday and Wednesday night as a deep upper-level low is pushing into the region as we speak. From the National Weather Service, it looks something like this. After a 96-degree day yesterday, we're only going to get to about 84. So it'll be cooler because we've got cool air coming in. 56 for the overnight low. Again, windy today, windy tonight, windy on Wednesday. Look how much cooler we're going to be. We're going to have a 20-degree difference in just a 48-hour period. Only 76 are forecast high on Wednesday. Again, with quite a bit of wind, 55 for the overnight low. High pressure ridge sets up pretty nicely for Thursday, Friday, and most of Saturday. Saturday night, it starts breaking down, and that will increase our chance of unsettled weather, I'm afraid, on Sunday, and for the holiday proper, Independence Day, on Monday. And that is it for us. Have yourself a great Tuesday. We'll be back tomorrow. Till then, bye-bye.